Welcome to another edition of The Lamp. I'm Kokomo Lantern Publisher Pat Munsey, and with me today is Chris Bousum, and he is the lead organizer of the Kingdom Come Music Festival, which starts this Thursday and runs through Saturday at the Howard County Vietnam Veterans Campground. So, right. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So this is a really cool 3-day event. I've been to the last couple. I was amazed at what I came across. It's not your average musical festival.
No, it's
for
not.
Many reasons, but I'll let Chris kind of explain to you what makes it different.
Yeah, it's unique. We wanted a opportunity to minister to people who might not walk through a church door or be ministered to through normal traditional means of evangelism. So we made this, me, my nephew Jay Carp, and my niece Angie Glida and her husband Dave made this festival, created this festival, founded this festival that would bring music that people could relate to, that people who probably aren't frequenting churches could probably relate to more. It's more in the rock vein. We do have a variety of music during the day, but in the evening it tends to be more rock and hard rock. And it turned into this beautiful community of people loving God and loving each other. And people look forward to it all year long and schedule their vacations around it. Got people coming from all over the United States. And something that has grown completely organically and by the hand of God, from people who really had no idea how to organize anything, and God grew it to a pretty decent sized festival.
Sure, and this festival doesn't look like a Christian music festival. It doesn't sound like a Christian music festival. If you walked in and you would not think for a moment, hey, I'm at a Christian music festival, until you listen to the lyrics of the song, and that's when you realize, hey, wait, that's a positive message,
right? And
it's coming from a guy who's wearing a skull mask,
right?
Right. So it's something you just don't expect, and it's fascinating at first, and then it becomes very enjoyable when you realize these are legitimate musicians that have real talent, and they've focused it in a way you just wouldn't expect.
Absolutely. They're very, very talented musicians and songwriters, vocalists, and they have dedicated their lives to serving the Lord. And they want their music, which is a deep central core part of them, to minister to people. And so they've like I said, dedicated their lives to doing this. And what we do is we just facilitate that. We allow them an opportunity to do what God has called them to do. And and what's really neat is, while everybody's focused on the stage and the ministry that's going on there's ministry going on all over. People, the bands are accessible. They are in the crowd. They are praying for people and loving on people and laughing with people, crying with people. And it's not unusual to see bands or just other festival goers praying with each other, loving on each other, talking to each other, and that's what community and love is all about, and that's what the body of Christ is really all about. And we're just being that in a non-traditional setting, but that doesn't mean we aren't being authentically the body of Christ.
Absolutely. Yeah. The fellowship component of that is remarkable.
It's huge.
Not something that you would expect. Again, walking in, you just need to be prepared to be shocked and amazed at how different this outreach. And you guys have been very successful in bringing some of the top talent in the Christian rock or Christian death metal or Christian punk genres. I mean, the variety is endless, but you are bringing in top talent.
Yes, we are. Disciple has made this one of their main stops in the summer, and we've had them maybe 6 out of the last 8 years, something like that. They headline Friday night, and Friday is usually the biggest attendance day. Not sure why that is, but Saturday is a same solid lineup. And this year we have a really unique situation in that the headliner for Saturday was a band who their last album was released, I believe, 11 years ago.
Okay.
And their last concert, or last show or tour, was 9 years ago.
Okay.
And they had been talking just kind of to themselves and their families about wanting to do, ministry again and music. And they start talking to each other, and they say, well, hey, I've been talking about that too. And so one of their people that they're friends with is a guy named Jake Drown, who is our main sound tech.
Okay.
And they start talking about, if we come back, we would love to do it at Kingdom Come Festival. So this is their premiere show, comeback, and
Wow.
it's their cornerstone show. At the time we booked them, they didn't have any other tours and shows lined up. It was just us to kick things off, and they are a very ministry oriented, very very energetic and fun band, and they're a national Christian
Of course,
rock band.
you've told us everything except for the name. I mean, they sound pretty excited. You've hyped them up pretty well, but who is this mystery band?
Okay, it's 9 Lashes. I'm sorry. I'm always going to leave one important detail out.
So 9 Lashes, which last saw the stage 9 years ago, last released an album 11 years ago.
Yeah.
This is the launch of their comeback tour then.
Yes, yeah.
All right. And so I've never heard 9 Lashes. Who would you compare them to in the secular realm that people would go, oh, it's that style of music?
Oh man. Okay. Well,
That's tough, I know.
it would be tough because I'm so into the Christian music scene that I'm like 80s and 90s bands is probably what I would have to
People will still
compare.
know those. They'll still know those. They're still touring too,
geez. Yeah, yeah, they are. I'd probably compare them to, oh man, well, maybe similar to
Might have a unique
Foo
sound.
Fighters.
Oh wow. Okay.
That type
Alright.
of genre.
So it's a little bit harder, but it's definitely lyrical and,
Yes,
and
yes.
definitely okay.
A lot of melody.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you like Foo Fighters, it sounds like 9 Lashes is
Yeah.
up that alley.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then Disciple, they're still a major act.
Yes, they've got been nominated for Grammys. They've won several Dove Awards. They've released, I don't know, like this is totally a random number, but I know it's in this area. It was like 15 albums, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Something
Sure.
like that. A lot
I'm
of
sure
that.
the Disciple fans out there could probably tell us
Oh
better.
yeah. They'll correct me.
But that's just 2 bands of day-long, multiple stage.
Yes.
For 3 days of concerts. And so you have the main stage, which is outdoors, and everyone is familiar with that one if they've been to the campground,
Yes.
but you're also doing one indoors, your side stage there. And I know you've got names for those stages.
Right.
So how do those stages differ in what you offer?
Okay. The other stage, second stage, is the subculture stage, and that is run by a ministry called Subculture Inc. And they have a ministry to underprivileged and parts of their communities that are like needing clothes and food and things like that.
Okay.
And so that's where their ministry is throughout the year. But they also put on shows and have a traveling stage, you might say, that they put go to other festivals.
Sure.
And take over a stage. Take over in a good way. We offer it to them.
Right.
And so they. Dale Vaughn heads that stage. He is the lead vocalist for As We Are,
Okay.
and he just follows how he thinks the Lord wants that stage to go that year.
Okay.
So it might have been a little harder last year. This year it's going to have quite a bit of a mix to it. It does feature several popular bands. Headlining for them on Friday is Theo Tarrant, which is a couple young people who are very popular. David Pataconi and Monica. Sorry, Monica.
And so, hey,
Monica So.
I have the same problem.
Monica So. And they're both so dynamic. And David Petticone has a testimony out of this world. He was just with Brian Head Welsh, guitarist for Korn. And David was diagnosed with advanced stage cancer. And he was, coasting his way to eternity. Everybody was praying for him and stuff. And he's had a miraculous turnaround. And when we actually asked him if he wanted to play KCF, because he's actually going to do a set by himself as well on the main stage, he was pretty weak and he wasn't sure how he could arrange it to do both stages. But he said, the Lord will make a way, and he's improved. Felt better than he has in years. And so he's with Monica for Theoterin, which is a kind of an industrial tech kind of a sound. And his own sound, David Petticone, is a kind of an industrial tech also kind of
so
sound.
He's going to do two.
He'll be doing two performances. That's right.
But the other cool thing, like you said, the bands are out in the crowd when they're not playing.
Yes.
And you have a very large, we'll call it a merch tent, where these bands will have their stuff on for sale. But you'll also be able to talk with them there.
Absolutely. You'll be able to meet the bands there, talk with them. They'll, if they see you downcast, they're probably going to ask you what's the problem and ask if they can pray for you and things like that. And but this year it's going to be a little different than last year because the vets, since the last KCF, have built 2 buildings.
Oh.
And so we're going to have a building that's going to be for just the band merch.
Okay.
And then we're going to have the original building, which is still going to be the second stage. Then we're going to have a third building, which will be for a coffee house acoustic stage.
Really?
So it'll be a third stage.
So a
this
third
year.
stage.
Yeah. And it's also going to have vendors in there, booths. And we'll probably full up. But if somebody really wants to come and have a booth, they need to get a hold of us like ASAP.
Okay, so how would they do that? Because we're going to put this out hopefully on Wednesday, so they'll have a little bit of.
They'll have about a day. Go to
videographer just found out I moved in 24 hours.
Aren't we great?
Oh yes.
Info at alwaysoneministries.com, and one is spelled out ONE. Okay. Info at alwaysoneministries.com, and you can get a hold of us there. But it's going to be this year. Another new thing we're going to have is we're going to have an area just for youth groups.
Okay.
If a youth group comes and identifies itself as a youth group, we're going to say, hey, you can camp in this area, and we're going to try to bring some of the band, folk down to, talk to them and testify to them, after the show hours. So,
and that is one of the big things is the camping, because this is a
is.
campground, and you're allowing this camping to take all weekend. Free camping.
Free camping.
All right, so there you go. And so when can they start showing up for camping? Is it Wednesday night or is it Thursday night?
You could. I would show up Thursday, but nobody's going to stop you if you need to get here early on Wednesday. The event starts Thursday at 6 with our kickoff night, and we'll have 6 bands from 6 to about 11 o'clock at night, and the headline by Set for the Fall, which has been with us several times, and they always put on an amazing set. When you're talking about Christian bands, it's hard to describe. They put on an amazing performance. Well, it's not just a performance; it's also ministry. Well,
right.
But it's also a performance. But
absolutely, very much so. And they have great stage presence. Some of the bands
absolutely
out there,
incredible.
One of my favorites, the one that really kind of shocked me, it was Gravedigger, which I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
But I walk up and I hear, it's like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. What's going on here?
Right.
Here's a guy, all the smoke is going. He's got the whole death mask on, and he's just screaming into this microphone. I can't understand a word. It's like, I'm in the wrong place. This is not Kingdom Come, right? And then I find out, notice that Kingdom Come, they're hugely popular, and so are the next 3 bands behind them.
Right.
It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
So you'll definitely be surprised with what you encounter there.
Oh yeah.
And I know you couldn't name off all the bands that you have scheduled over 3 days, but where can people see the lineup so they can start planning their weekend accordingly?
Okay, well, you can go to www.kingdomcomefestival.com, and there you'll find the lineup. You can also find us at Kingdom Come Festival on Facebook, or Always One Ministries, we're the ministry that puts on Kingdom Come Festival. And that, again, that's spelled out. If you search for that on Facebook, you'll find it, and you'll find all the bands. But this year, another new thing.
Okay.
We have an app.
You have an app, all right.
So if you go to Google or the iStore or App Store or wherever, I don't have that, so whatever it's called.
Wherever they need to go.
Yeah, wherever they need to go.
Wherever you get your apps.
Wherever you get your apps, that's right. Thank you for. I always try to stretch things out into more words.
I've got the same problem.
So you can look for the Kingdom Come Festival app, and it has the vendors, it has the schedule, lists the bands, has the ground rules, has the camping rules, has all kinds, has directions. You click on the map, and it'll tell you how to get there. And so it's very. We ask everybody that's coming to get the app, because that way they can keep abreast of everything.
And so when you go to the Kokomo Lantern Facebook page, we're going to mirror the schedule and the instructions on how to find the app, because we want to make sure you get out there and experience that too. So we'll make sure that people can see that. So what kind of accommodations do they need? This is a free festival for everyone who comes.
Yes.
So you don't have. I mean, are there free will offerings to help support the organization?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because it's free to get in and free camping, we rely on donations and sponsorships, and you can also find those on the sites that I mentioned, where you could find the band list. There are tabs or links for donations, and we rely on donations.
Sure.
That's how we get everything done. And this year, people have been very, very, very giving and loving and merciful on us, and so we're not having to be quite as fretful as we've been in the past. We're still short, but the thing is none of the staff make any money. Right. We don't see a cent of it. Right. So anything that goes into any donations will go to either Kingdom Come Festival, or it'll go to one of our other events that we put on for ministry. We also have a small fall festival called Pit Fest.
Oh.
And we have a Christmas show where we buy gifts for families that have somehow maybe missed, the whatever they needed to do, requirements for getting, donations from other places, and so we have.
Sounds like I need to have you back on the podcast a couple more times this year. I had no idea that we were doing this much.
Yeah, perhaps.
So, this is obviously a labor of love for everyone who's involved. So if you love the labor that they've put out, think about helping support them with a donation, either before, during, or after the event. I'm sure that that portal is open at any time.
Absolutely.
And this is how a ministry grows. This is how entertainment comes to you. It's free to you, but it's not really free at all. There's a lot of time and effort and energy and sacrifice that goes into it. But it's done for the right reasons. And so if you support that, if you believe in that, and you want to enjoy this in future years, because they put on a great show every year, then think about donating to help defray some of those costs.
Yes, and also, show up, be a part of it. I think if you come, you will experience something. You will experience some great fellowship, a great atmosphere of compassion and love, and the greatest thing possible, and what our hope is, that you'll experience God. And this could be a life-changing experience that can last for the rest of your life and throughout eternity.
I don't want to kill the mood there, because that was really good, but there was one thing that we didn't talk about, and my stomach reminded me, is we didn't talk about the food offering.
Oh, yeah.
So keep in mind everything he just said, which is great.
Plus, plus there is food.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, extended hands a ministry that helps us out quite a bit, and it's one of our major sponsors. But for years, they've also helped us with running our concession stand. And we have a concession stand with prices like you're not going to see at any festival. I mean, extremely competitive. I mean, very low prices compared to what you'd see at most fast food chains and stuff like that. At good food, at a good price. And this year we have, I think, maybe 6 different food vendors that's going to be there.
Okay.
I'd have to look on the app to find out who they are, but they are.
I want people to look at that. So
yes.
Another reason to download the app is to find out what kind of food you can eat there.
Yeah, and so there's plenty of food, and we'll take care of you. If you have any questions, I'm always on the grounds. Yeah, so you can probably find me, and I will try to get you whatever question or whatever need you have solved, and that's my purpose for 3 days. So,
and of course they can bring their own food.
Yeah, I'll bring your own food.
You can have your own cookout if you want.
Yeah,
it's a campground.
Yeah, they have fire rings there. So
the only other question we have there is this a dry event, or are they allowed to bring alcohol to it?
It's a dry event with it's a dry event, but this is the Veterans Grounds. We abide by their rules. So while we have our rules, that's the vets' home.
Yeah.
The vets are home there.
Right.
So we are not going to tell them that they can't do something in their own home.
Sure. You would just prefer that those who are coming to Kingdom Come observe a dry weekend.
Yeah, we'd prefer that.
Yeah. Okay, well that's fair. I mean, I think we're all adults here. We can use proper discernment.
Yeah. That's a good question, though. I got to think about that. how to answer that better next time.
Didn't know it was going to be a hard interview, did you?
Oh my gosh,
Mr. Bousum.
I'm not running for any office or anything.
Is there anything else that we need to share about Kingdom Come Festival? Let's do hours one more time. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starting at 6 p.m., going to about 11 on Thursday.
Right. Fridays at noon to 11, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. to 11.
Your vendor booths will be open during that time. The merchandise tents will be open at that time.
Yes.
The food will be offered at that time. So everything is live during those hours. So there really shouldn't be anything that you miss out on, other than the conflict of which stage do I go to next.
Right.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to let people know before we hit the?
Oh wow. I tell you what, Pat, I really appreciate you inviting me on here.
My pleasure.
And helping us get the word out, because up till now, probably 60% of our audience has been out of state.
Oh.
So it spread, the word of Kingdom Come Festival and this free festival with free camping has spread really well, but not a whole lot of people know about it locally.
Gotcha.
And I've spent most of the last year, I was in leadership Kokomo and a nonprofit council and stuff like that to help make people aware of what's going on and what we're doing, and which is such blessing. Those things are such blessings. Yeah. Oh my gosh, such blessings. But we'd like to see some, more of our area show up, because we need each other.
Absolutely.
And we need them. We need them not only to attend, but we need their prayers, and we need their help and volunteers and their insight and things like that. We want to have the best possible festival to reach the audience that we're trying to reach, and be the most effective and glorify the Lord that we can. Well,
there you go. You've heard the list of needs. Please, if you find it in your heart, help them out. And if you missed this one, it sounds like we got a couple more with Pit Fest and the Christmas thing. So I'm not going to leave it alone. You're going to hear about it again.
Okay. This is the big one, though.
This is the big one. So please, at some point this weekend, stop out to the Vietnam Veterans Campground out on 26th. East of Kokomo, and give it a listen. Give it a try. I think you're going to be surprised at the very least, and entertained without a doubt.
Absolutely.
So Chris, thank you again so much for joining us today.
So much.
And for all of you, until I see you at Kingdom Come Festival, please be good to each other.